Silence, the pause that breaks you, the absence of words that cuts deeper than any insult. You felt it, someone's eyes meeting yours, yet their voice refuses to speak. They stay quiet, and suddenly your mind races. Did I do something wrong? Did I push too far? Or is this the end? Today, we explore the silent cruelty that no one talks about, the silence that hurts more than words. And the Stoics, they knew this battle intimately. Humans are wired for connection, words, conversation, laughter, they bind us. But silence? Silence is a weapon. Modern psychology calls it the silent treatment. Stoicism calls it the testing ground of the mind. Because when someone goes silent, you cannot control their words. You cannot control their feelings. You can only control your response. And that response will define who you are. Why silence hurts more than words. Words, even harsh ones, give you closure. You understand the conflict. But silence, it traps you in uncertainty. Psychology tells us this activates the brain's threat response, a state of hyper-awareness and anxiety. Your mind begins to imagine worst-case scenarios. The Stoics, like Seneca, warned, it is not the thing itself that disturbs us, but our judgment about it. Silence doesn't hurt because of the absence of speech. It hurts because your mind starts creating stories, often darker than reality. Your own thoughts become the echo chamber of your pain. When someone withdraws, notice your own narrative. Are you adding guilt? Are you creating drama? This is the first Stoic exercise. Observe without attachment. You are not your thoughts. They are passing clouds. The power dynamics of silence. Silence is power. In relationships, in workplaces, in friendships, it can control. When someone refuses to speak, they force you to confront your own dependence on them. Your need for validation, for recognition, is exposed. Stoics like Epictetus teach that true power is in mastering yourself, not controlling others. When someone chooses silence, they are exercising influence, but your mastery is in how you respond. Do you break under tension, or do you remain composed? Modern psychology identifies this as emotional regulation. People often react with anger, guilt, or obsessive questioning. The Stoic response? Detachment. Observe your emotions, name them, let them exist, but do not act on impulse. Silence loses its edge when you refuse to surrender to fear or anxiety. The mirror effect. Silence is a mirror. It reflects your insecurities, your fears, your hidden expectations. You begin to see what you really fear losing: control. The Stoics call this the inner fortress. You cannot control others, but you can control your fortress. Imagine a fortress so strong that the world's silence, its judgments, even its cruelty cannot penetrate. Your mind becomes an island of clarity. Every silent pause from others becomes an invitation to look inward, to strengthen your own inner resilience. When confronted with silence, write down every thought. Identify which are rooted in reality, which are in fear. Train your mind to recognize the difference. The silence is not against you, it is a challenge to your own mastery. The dark side of silence in relationships. Romantic relationships magnify silence. A partner's withdrawal can feel like a threat to your very existence. Here, the psychological pain is not just from uncertainty, it's from attachment. The Stoics would ask, are you attached to what is outside your control? Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Attachment is the breeding ground for suffering. When someone is silent, it exposes where you are weak. Not because they wish you harm, but because your own dependency is revealed. This is your opportunity to practice Stoic detachment, not rejection of love, but mastery of self. Silence as a teacher. Silence teaches more than words ever could. It forces reflection, patience, and endurance. The Stoics viewed adversity as training. Every moment of silent cruelty, every absence of explanation, is a training ground for your inner strength. Psychology agrees. Emotional resilience is built through controlled exposure to stresses, not avoidance, not confrontation, but measured endurance. Next time someone goes silent, instead of panicking, ask yourself, what can I learn? How can I grow? Your mind becomes the calm in the storm, the observer rather than the victim. We've explored why silence hurts, why it reflects our insecurities, and how it tests our attachments. But this is only the beginning. Turning silence into an advantage. Silence can feel like a weapon, but the Stoics teach us that every external event is neutral. It's our judgment that gives it meaning. When someone withdraws, the first instinct is to chase, plead, or react. That is giving them power over your emotions. Instead, treat silence as a pause, a moment to reclaim control. Psychology calls this emotional distancing, observing without reacting. Stoic wisdom calls it inner sovereignty. Every unanswered message, every empty chair is a test. Can you remain composed, even when ignored? Practical exercise. Resist the urge to fill the silence with words or justifications. Reflect. What does this teach me about patience, about self-worth, about control? Document your reflections. This turns silent pain into personal insight. Stoic exercises for emotional resilience. The Stoics trained themselves daily for adversity. Silence is just another test of character. Here are 3 exercises to strengthen your response. Premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. Anticipate that silence may occur. Visualize the discomfort, feel it, and prepare your mind. By expecting it, the blow is softened. The observer mind. Detach from emotion. Watch your reactions as if they belong to someone else. Are you panicking? Are you imagining guilt or rejection? Naming the emotions gives you control over them. Journaling for clarity. Write down your thoughts in raw form, then separate what is fact from what is fear. Silence reveals the shadows in your mind. Journaling illuminates them. Neuroscience shows that labeling emotions decreases amygdala activity, reducing stress. You are literally rewiring your brain to endure what once would have broken you. Mastering the dark Stoic approach. Dark Stoicism does not seek light in every moment. It recognizes the cold reality. People will withdraw, betray, ignore, and disappoint. And silence is part of that reality. The key is mastery over self. You cannot control the world, but you can control your mind, your voice, your actions. Marcus Aurelius said, You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. When faced with silence, pause before reacting. Reaffirm your values. Do not chase validation. Let your actions, not desperation, define your worth. This approach is counterintuitive. While most react to silence with anxiety, the dark Stoic responds with calm, letting the quiet reveal their own strength and clarity. Transforming pain into growth. Silence is painful because it forces introspection, but introspection is growth. Each silent moment is a crucible. It burns away illusions, attachments, and fears. Psychology calls this post-traumatic growth, the process of finding strength in adversity. Stoicism calls it virtue, practicing wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance in the face of challenge. When someone withdraws, ask yourself, what can I learn? Where am I vulnerable? How can I grow? Convert emotional suffering into clarity. Your pain becomes your teacher. Your silence becomes your ally. Responding without words. Sometimes the ultimate response is no response. Not revenge, not pleading, not confrontation. Silence in return, but silence empowered. Live fully despite their silence. Excel quietly. Let your actions reflect strength and independence. This is the essence of dark Stoicism. The world may ignore you, withdraw from you, or even try to wound you, but your mind remains unshaken. They cannot touch what you control, your inner fortress. And when you thrive silently, their silence loses its power. Reflection. Silence that hurts more than words is not a curse. It is a mirror, a teacher, and a test. Stoicism and psychology together reveal this truth. The pain is real, but the mastery is yours. Observe, reflect, endure, and grow. Let silence sharpen you, not break you. Remember, you are not defined by others' words or absence. You are defined by how you rise, even when the world stays quiet. Subscribe for more content blending philosophy, psychology, and practical life mastery.